Verse 120. And never will the Jews or the Christians approve of you until you follow their religion. Say, indeed, the guidance of Allah is the guidance. If you were to follow their desires after what has come to you of knowledge, you would have against Allah no protector or helper. Resistance to the Prophet's message. This verse highlights the persistent refusal of certain groups among the Jews and Christians to accept Islam unless the Prophet Muhammad abandoned divine guidance in favor of their religions. Scholars emphasize that the Quran directs believers to remain steadfast in the face of external pressure and prioritize Allah's guidance over worldly approval. Warning to believers. The verse serves as a reminder to Muslims to guard against being influenced by desires or external forces that conflict with divine knowledge. The Ahl Bayt stress the importance of adhering to truth, as following falsehood leads to losing Allah's protection. Verse 121. Those to whom we have given the book recite it with its true recitation. They are the ones who believe in it. And whoever disbelieves in it, it is they who will be the losers. True recitation. Shia Tafsir interprets, recite it with its true recitation as not only reading the scripture correctly but also understanding its meanings, acting upon its guidance, and submitting to its truths. The Ahl Bayt are described as the perfect exemplars of this practice, as they lived according to the Quran and were its most knowledgeable interpreters. Belief and disbelief. True belief in the scripture requires acceptance of its divine origin and guidance. Those who reject it, despite recognizing its truth, harm only themselves in this world and the hereafter. Verse 122. O children of Israel! Remember my favor which I have bestowed upon you and that I preferred you over the worlds. Reminder of blessings. Allah reminds the children of Israel of the unique blessings and responsibilities He gave them, such as prophets, scriptures, and guidance. This ayah is a call for gratitude and reflection, emphasizing that blessings come with accountability. A universal lesson. While directed at the children of Israel, the verse serves as a reminder for all communities to remember Allah's favors and fulfill their responsibilities toward Him. The Ahl Bayt teach that arrogance or ingratitude toward divine blessings leads to downfall, as evidenced by the history of previous nations. Verse 123. And fear a day when no soul will suffice for another soul at all, and no compensation will be accepted from it, nor will any intercession benefit it, nor will they be aided. Accountability on the Day of Judgment. This verse emphasizes individual accountability in the hereafter, where no one can escape the consequences of their actions. While Shia scholars affirm the concept of intercession, shafa'ah, through the Prophet and the Imams, they clarify that intercession benefits only those who sincerely sought Allah's forgiveness and strove to follow His guidance. Justice and free will. The verse underscores Allah's absolute justice and the importance of personal responsibility for one's deeds. Verse 124. And when Abraham was tried by his Lord with commands, and he fulfilled them, said, Indeed, I will make you a leader for the people, said, and of my descendants, said, My covenant does not include the wrongdoers. Trials of Prophet Ibrahim. Prophet Ibrahim was tested with significant trials, such as leaving his family in the barren land of Mecca and being commanded to sacrifice his son. His fulfillment of these trials elevated him to the position of Imam for humanity. This verse is a cornerstone in understanding imamate, which is a divine appointment granted to those who are spiritually and morally perfect. Leadership among descendants. Ibrahim's request for his descendants to inherit leadership highlights his concern for guiding humanity. However, Allah's response clarifies that divine leadership is not granted to wrongdoers, even among his progeny. The Ahlul Bayt are seen as the fulfillment of this covenant, as they are free from wrongdoing and divinely chosen to guide humanity. Verse 125. And when we made the house a place of return for the people and security, and take, from the standing place of Abraham a place of prayer. And we charged Abraham and Ishmael, purify my house for those who perform tawaf and those who are staying for worship and those who bow and prostrate. The Kaaba as a sanctuary. The verse describes the Kaaba as a place of spiritual refuge and security for all people. Shia scholars emphasize its central role in uniting the Muslim community and fostering devotion. Maqam Ibrahim. The command to pray at Maqam Ibrahim signifies the importance of following the legacy of Prophet Ibrahim. Shia teachings highlight the connection between physical acts of worship and their spiritual meanings, as exemplified by the Kaaba and its rituals. Purity of worship. Ibrahim and Ismail's role in purifying the Kaaba is interpreted as both physical and spiritual purification, emphasizing sincerity and devotion in worship. Verse 126. And when Abraham said, My Lord, make this a secure city and provide its people with fruits, whoever of them believes in Allah and the last day said, and whoever disbelieves, I will grant him enjoyment for a little, then I will force him to the punishment of the fire, and wretched is the destination. 1. Dua for security and provision. Ibrahim's prayer for Mecca emphasizes the importance of both physical security and sustenance for its inhabitants. This is a reminder that material blessings are not inherently tied to belief, as disbelievers may also enjoy them temporarily. 2. Divine justice and mercy. Allah's response highlights his justice. Even disbelievers may enjoy worldly blessings, but their ultimate fate is determined by their actions and beliefs. The Ahlul Bayt emphasize that worldly prosperity should not be mistaken for divine favor. Key themes. 1. Steadfastness in faith. Believers must prioritize Allah's guidance over seeking approval from others. 2. Imamate as divine leadership. Imamate is a covenant granted only to those free from injustice, exemplified by the Ahlul Bayt. 3. Kaaba as a symbol of unity. The Kaaba represents spiritual unity and submission, requiring both physical and spiritual purity. 4. Accountability on the Day of Judgment. Each soul is individually accountable, though intercession is possible for the sincere. 5. Worldly versus eternal blessings. Temporary worldly benefits are distinct from eternal rewards, which depend on faith and righteousness.